Hi everyone, as promised, a tutorial about how I made this string art. Ones that are following me on Facebook already seen it, and I've also posted 2 templates that we will be using today. I will post them again. Now you don't have to befriend me on Facebook. You can just go to my Facebook and you can see the templates. Just save and print, and there is a link below in the description box to my Facebook page. So this is the stuff that I've done. I've had a lot of fun playing with it, and basically the templates, the first template is this design and the second plate is for this design. So we will go over it, and you can play with all kinds of sizes and I will explain it. So basically you need the 2 templates, these 2. You need this page because it will help you follow along how to do this one, and some packaging I took from cereal boxes. These are great to work with. When you are cutting the cereal box, you can also keep the size. This is great base to make tags if you want to make tags. So templates, a cereal box or any other sturdy packaging, and some painty papers. Now it can be some of your own painty papers. These are the dictionary page that I just cleaned my brayer, some printer paper that I've again used the brayer. It can be a page from a magazine. This is from National Geographic, or it can be any kind of printed page, whatever that you like. So first of all you need to cut these 2. And where is where is the other one? I've already cut them to save time. Never mind. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we are starting with this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to my cereal box. I'm using silicone glue because it's strong and it's fast and it's less, what can I say, watery. You can also use a glue stick if it's strong enough, or a white glue, but then again it's a little bit more watery. It takes more time to dry. Now I'm putting this where I have on the printed side of the cereal box. We are going to make a sandwich, because on this side there will be the template, and I'm also going to already glue the other one. Make sure that your edges are glued to the cereal box. That's the main thing. If the edges are not glued, then it will make problem when you are starting with the embroidery thread. That's the other thing that you need, all kinds of embroidery thread. Okay, you can also use a sewing thread. It's very thin. You can work with it, maybe double on it, but it's a little bit more difficult. I find that this kind of embroidery thread is best. But work with what you have. So I've got these 2, and I'm going to cut it out so it would be easier. Right now I'm not very careful about being precise because I really want it to fit in a video. I don't do editing, don't have time to learn how to edit videos, don't know how to do the double speed, triple speed, whatever. So we've got this template, the cereal box, and now we are going to glue down whatever painty paper or whatever paper we want to do let's go with National Geographic. So once again, putting down glue, especially on the edges, like so. And of course it's better to wait a little bit for it to dry before you are cutting into it, because that's the next step. Okay, so this is in place, and once again I'm going to trim the edges. So here is the sandwich template, cereal box, painty paper. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do little cuts here. The inner circle is to mark for me where to stop cutting, and it's about, I don't know, 3-4 millimeters deep. So I'm just going with the scissors and cutting in. Each one of these lines is 15 degrees. If you really want to make your own plate, you can by all means go for it. So now I'm just cutting. I'm even going a little bit more than what I've already marked with the inner circle. It's not that important if it's 3 millimeters or 4 millimeters or even 5. Just don't go to the center. These little cuts are where the thread is going to go. Okay, let's move everything aside, and now we are going to be with this template, and this is going to help us see where we are going, and not forget where we are where we are going, because we are going to use the numbers. So I'm going to take this embroidery thread, so you can see it on this a little bit dark background, and we are going to start with this chart. Don't know what to call it. So we are starting at the 0, and it's best to take a little piece of masking tape or sellotape and just hold the thread here in place like so, and we are going to start by getting into here where the 0 is. And now we are going for 11 gap, and I'm going to take the thread and enter here at 11, and now I'm going to the 1, and I'm going to enter at 12. I'm keeping the 11 gap, and if I'm losing track of what I'm doing, because at some point all this is going to blur, and I have sometimes I have a problem to keep up with where I'm going. So this is going to just remind me where I am. And at first it's really easy, because 7 and 17, that's the gap that here I already made a mistake. Let's see, 7 has to go to 18. Oh, okay, I'm in place here. 7 to 18, 8 to 19. I'm talking and trying to concentrate on what I'm doing at the same time. Not a good thing. And talk. Okay, so where I am, where did I? Well, I'm in 21, so now I'm going to 11 to 22. I keep watching this 12 to 23, 13, and now we are going 13 to 0. This is the next to the 23. So I'm going into the 0 and I'm continuing 14, 1, 15, 2, 16, 3, 17, 4, 18, 5, 19, 6, 20 to 7, 21 to 8, 22 to 9, 23 to 10. And here we are. This is the first layer. Now you can do the whole thing with the same thread. It doesn't have to change. I've done all kinds, and I'm just going to change thread here so you can see the next layers. So I'm just going to cut the thread, put a little bit of masking tape again just to hold it in place so it won't get in my way. And let's pick something else that will show, maybe this one. Yeah, why not? So once again, we are starting at the 0, and I'm going to put a little bit of masking tape. Oops. And now we are going to this chart. Now the gap is going to be 10, so we are starting at the 0 and entering at 10, and once again 1, 11, 2, 12, 3, 13, 4, 14, 5, 15, 6, 16, 7, 17, 8, 18, 9, 19, 10, 20, 11, 21, 12, 22, 13, 23, and now the next one is 14, and because we got to 23, now it's going to the 0 like in the chart, so you can't get mixed up. 15, 1, 16, 2, and you just continue until you're finished with this chart. And then we are going to this chart with 9 gap. I'm going to continue and I will be back for this chart. I'm back. So I finished this layer with the 10 gap. Now we are going to start the 9 gap, and of course there are more designs, and there are even on, I think on Pinterest you can find more designs of string art. These are just 2 simple designs that I thought I could share with you. So now we are starting the 9 gap. I'm entering here at the 0. I picked the same yellow I started with just so it would be noticeable, and I'm going into the 9, and then to 1, and the next to the 10. Once again, just going by the chart. If you can't keep up with all the strings and where they are going, that's the best way to keep up. So I'm doing the same thing again. Now here are only 3 charts, but it's the same thing. You can continue with 8, 7, and whatever gap you want. The only thing is to repeat the same gap, to continue with the same thing, and that's what gives you the design. So 3, 12, 4, 13, 5, 14, 6, 15, 7, 16, lost concentration, 16, 8, 17, 9, you see, it's really a problem for me, all these numbers. The only things that saves me, it's this chart. 10, 19, 11, 20, 12, 21, 13, 22, 14, 23, 15, and here you see I didn't glue quite good the paper, so it's lifting from the cereal box, but it's not really it doesn't really matter, but it can make life harder when you are doing this. That's why I said that the edges are the most important to glue down. So I'm at 15 and I need to go to 0. So 16, 1, 17, 2, 18, 3, 19, 4, 20, to 5, 21, to 6, 22, to 7, and 23, to 8. And we are finished here. I just finished the 3 layers, 3 charts that I have here. Now you can do the same thing with, you can enlarge the template I made. You can do smaller circles. It just, in smaller circles it's a little bit more difficult to work. In larger ones, more threads will go into the stuff. So just putting another piece, and here it is. Now you can do many things with it. You can cover the back side, you can do mobiles, put some string and do something like this. I'm just picking randoms and put it on your wall. You can glue this down to some CD. I've done one with CD. I will explain how I've done it, but basically you can just glue it to a CD. And I'm going to probably use 1 or 2, I don't know, I think I'm going to use them in one of my art journals, on a page or on the cover. So that was the first design. We are moving on to the second, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to do the little cuts, and here, if you haven't noticed, there is a cut in the middle, so it's about 7.5 degrees. I eyeballed it. It wasn't that important to be accurate about the half mark between all these lines. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut all these little cuts, and then I'll come back when I'm also going to put one of the painty papers on the back, and we are going to start the other design. Okay, so we are going to do the second design. This is the template. I've sorry, I glued the dictionary page that I've cleaned the brayer on it, and I did the little cuts, all this. For this we don't need any charts, and the only thing that will interest us is the 0 here. Yeah, it doesn't work. And the 12, and we are going to work on this side. We are just going to start from here. So again, I just picked 2 colors, and I'm just going to put a little piece again of masking tape just to hold the thread. What's going on? Okay, this is in place, and I'm going to start here at the 0, and I'm going to go and inside here at the 12. Okay, and okay, I think I just misled you. Let's see. Yeah, it was here. How have I? Oh, okay. Yes, I'm not. So 0 to 12, and now I'm going back into the 0, and I'm going to the other one notch here. So I've got this, and when I'm finished with this, I'm going to the left notch of the 0 where we started, and to the next notch. Now I'm not moving again, I'm going in. Each time we are going to do from each one of, we are going towards the left, and each one here will we are getting in twice, and we are creating this shape. So again, to the left and the next notch, another in the same place, and to the next notch. Here we are only moving every 2 here, and I know it's difficult to see the cuts that I've done, and I think I've missed one here. Yeah, missed one. Never mind, here we go. So to the left and going into the next, going inside again here, and just continuing. I'm making a mess, I know. So once again, just going like this. Oh my god, my thread just broke. I'm going to tape it, and I'm going to continue. We shall overcome. I think it's an old thread. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I'm going here again because there is only one here, and here we are going twice at the same notch, and I'm continuing. Just make sure that here you are getting twice in the same notch, and here you're keeping moving to the right. And sometimes you need to help the thread hold in place until you find the notch. Now they are coming quite close together, and it's just a little bit more difficult, so you just hold it until it slides into place. Next one here. Like I'm having difficulty going here, so I will just hold it here, let it enter, and pull. Nothing to it. Keep on going. Basically, we are going to meet at the beginning. Okay, getting closer. here. It's a little bit difficult to see here where to go, but it can be done. Here we go. Almost. And here we are. Now, of course, if you like this design, you can leave it as is, but I'm doing another one. I'm just going to tape this again with a little bit of masking tape. And now I'm going to take the other color and I'm going to do the same thing. The only thing is that now I'm going to start with the 12. The same thing we've done here at the 0, now I'm going to do at the 12. So I'm putting my string here and I'm going to take another piece of masking tape. I'm going from the 12 to the 0, like so, and I'm starting by doing this twice here, moving here, going to the left for the next notch, going inside the same here, and to the next notch. It's the same thing over and over again, and what will happen is that it will create the same shape we did here, only on the opposite side. So I'm going to continue doing this and I'll be back when it's finished. Okay, so here are the two finished ones. There are more intricate designs, all kinds of templates. You can check it out. There is a whole world of this. I just picked two designs that I thought can be manageable with just paper and stuff you got at home. No wooden boards and putting nails in them. So you can check it out, and if you want more intricate designs, if in YouTube, Pinterest, whatever. And the only thing else I wanted to talk to you about here, I've done it with a CD. The only thing I've done is cut. This is again just a cereal box at the back with the template, and I just made it a little bit larger than the CD by a bit, like 4 or 5 millimeters, so I can cut into the cereal box. The notches are here and I can do it so it's holding the CD in place, and I don't need to cut into the CD. Don't like cutting into plastic. So this is another thing, and as you can see, it doesn't have to be a painty paper in the back. This is just black Bristol paper. This one was made on one of the painty papers I've showed you how to do with balloon dip. And what else? Just a book page that I sprayed. More painty papers, and this one I just done a bigger one. Again, just if you have a copy machine, then just play with enlarging and the template. If not, you can just take the template and continue the lines that you already have on the template to the larger circles that you want to do. So this is it for now, and I hope to use them in my art journaling. So thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll put a link to the templates on my Facebook, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.